right, I am, per usual, no notice for my live stream whatsoever. So I am here on a high pain day, and I will explain that in a minute. I'm gonna drink some coffee. I just brushed my hair out too, so let's put the big light on. Ugh. So you can see my crazy. Okay, so I will be, bathing after. I will be showering after this, so that's why my hair is all brushed out. No, I will not be showering on camera because it's not that kind of stream. All right, so I have a new tripod, and I do not know how to set it up right to get my mirror. So I'm going to play around with that for right now. And if you would like to give me any kind of advice on how to set this thing up. God. See, how do you do that without me being in the... All right. Don't make fun of yourself. You know what? Don't make fun of yourself. That's not good. How do I do... Am I in the can? But the stupid set is... it. I don't know how to do this. Anyway, so we're not going to do it like that. Okay. So let's go back over here. We're just going to do a lot of possibly maybe some editing. Okay, so I am 60 years old. I have fibromyalgia, a heart condition, spondylolisthesis right here. This is just from age, but it got really aggravated when I got hit by a car. So I cannot do a twisting motion. So I will not show you what a twist looks like, but pretend this is my body. I am not supposed to do this per the orthopedic surgeon. So that is something I have to be aware of every day. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to drink some more coffee, which I'm not supposed to have because, of course, I have acid stomach. Look how big my hair is. This hair would be so right on if it was the 80s. I would put hairspray at least to make it stand up better. Look how big my hair is. All right, we might be joined by a cat. We might not be. Oh, that's my workout partner. Where's my workout partner? I have a friend who posts. Oh, someone's here. Hi. Who posts a picture every day on Facebook to encourage her to get up every day and put on makeup and get going with the day. And I thought I would do this because it's very, very hard to work out when you're in pain. And the fibromyalgia will make it even worse. So, yeah. Anyway, so what I'm going to do is, let me finish explaining this. This is my third workout. I used to be a competitive bodybuilder, and now I'm this. This is skin, some water, fat, muscle, more fat, organs. It's hard to work out my abdominals because of the back problem. So I'm going to just do some arm workout. I'm going to walk in here and see if anyone's here. Oh, there's 30 people here. Hey, right on, man. Did I forget to put on chat? Can you chat? Can we do that? I don't know. Is there no chat on here? Anyway, all right, so I know how to work out because I used to be a competitive bodybuilder, and I managed to stay in really good shape up until I was about 45. So I'm going to be doing one arm curls, and the reason why you want to do one arm curls as opposed to using them at the same time is it will activate your core. And there is a cat in there, just so you know. So it helps you activate your core to stay properly balanced. If you cannot stay properly balanced, and you can go ahead and hold the other way to help you stabilize. I will not be working out to fatigue. It's my third workout in a number of years because I tried to work out and then I can't because the pain is so extreme from the fibromyalgia. It's really kind of annoying. Okay, 6. I don't know where I'm at. 7. 8, 9, and 10. I'm just going to go to 10. I also have arthritis in my thumbs, which makes it difficult for me to hold a weight. These are, I think, this is probably 10 pounds. I can weigh it on my scale, but I'm not going to. If I were by myself, I would not be talking, but I am trying to also explain to anybody who's watching what exactly I'm trying to accomplish. Okay, so I'm in proper form. My feet are about a shoulder width apart. I've activated my core, which hurts right now. 3. This is the arm that was broken, and the elbow and the shoulder from being hit by a car. It's been 2.5 years. This elbow is okay. The shoulder will forever be, messed up. I'm lucky I could use my arm, and I'm not complaining. I'm just saying, So right now this hurts my thumb, and if you see my grip, I have my thumb on the outside. If this weight gets any heavier, it's actually really hard for me to even hold it because of the pain in my thumb. Okay, so now I'm going to stop for a moment and come over here, and I can't believe I might have turned off chat. Could someone put a chat in here? I don't know, did I not do that right? And then you can look at my hair. All right, you should rest about a minute in between sets. A minute and a half. So now we're going to go again. And you want to go up on a 2 and down on a 4. And this hurts all in the wrong places. So my biceps are still a little bit sore from working out a couple days ago. I had 2 days of rest. It feels like someone is kind of poking me really hard right here. And so far the sciatica has not been activated, so that's cool. Okay. If I were working out to fatigue, first I wouldn't be talking, and I could probably do twice as many reps, but we're not going to fatigue yet because I am very remedial and there's no reason to work out that extreme at this point. Okay. I would normally, well, back in the day, I would do 9 sets. Oh, I must not have turned on chat. How do I do that? Can I turn it on now? I don't know how to do it. I don't know how to do it. I'm so sorry. Chat filter. Oh, maybe no one's chatting? All messages. Oh, there we go. All right. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to be a rude hostess. Hi, smoke. Okay, hi. I don't know how to set my camera up so you can see me in the mirror. I don't know. And then look at my hair. This was the 80s. This would be so right on. Look at that. So big. Walking around, looking all taller than I am. Do you sell your used pants? Yeah, that's at this kind of stream, but I do have an email. Thank you. Hi, you guys are weird. Yeah, they are right. Could you use your... I do not use... Wow, there's a lot of chats. I am so sorry that I didn't mean to be ignoring. Oh my God, Cora, I'm so jealous of you. I used to be able to do a 45-minute aerobic warm-up and then work out with weights for 2 hours after having 3 kids. In a thyroid condition. Go eat a cookie. Oh my God. Welcome to the chat room. You should use oil of Old Lady. Yeah. Okay. Or oil of Olay. I like oil of I probably have oil of Olay. That's not true. I have moved too many times to have no bottle of oil of Olay. thank you for being here. I really, really genuinely appreciate it. So, yeah, I'll do this set again, and then I'm going to do something different for my triceps. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm used to having a focal point, so I'm staring at something on my tripod, and then I normally will concentrate on the muscles and my form the whole time, which is another reason why I cannot work out, to fatigue, because I'm also talking. You should not talk while you're working out. It takes you away from your focus, but I'm also doing a chat here, and that would be rude. Okay, so I'm going to go the other hand, and then I got to position my thumb, because I have arthritis in my thumb. Oh, I'm 60 years old. I started bodybuilding when I was 19 because I only weighed 100 pounds. And this was before anorexia was in style, using quotation marks. And it was very difficult for me to buy adult-sized clothing. I'm also 5 feet tall. Oops. So I'd have to shop in the children's department, which is a little demeaning when you're trying to act like a grown-up at the age of 18 or 19. So I started doing bodybuilding, and I actually was training with guys. I was the only girl at the Y working out in the basement with the free weights, with all the steroid heads. But I was working out with guys who were power lifters and one Olympic lifter. They were all state champs, and they were all on steroids. But they taught me how to work out, and that's cool. Okay. And one of the things you don't do when you're working out is you don't talk during your set. So you can do, thank you, like your hair, by the way, it's like, thank you. I normally don't walk around with it brushed out, but I am going to take a shower right after. And, yeah, give Simon his bunny. That no one can know be, oh my God, that's so funny. Okay. I forgot what I was saying. It's fun when you're, I just spilled my coffee because I forgot that you can't rock out when you are holding coffee. That's all right. I'll use this little towel here. Anyway. What? Oh, I haven't been brushing it out before I go to sleep, but I have to do that because the fibromyalgia makes my scalp painful, which is why I have short hair now. I'm trying to grow it out. I'm used to having long hair, but the weight of my hair was painful. Isn't that sad? I'm not Jewish. Everyone thinks I'm Jewish. Hey, man, I'll be Jewish for you. Mazel tov. Shalom. There you go. This is not a wig. If it was a wig, then you would be like, oh, maybe you are Jewish. That's a joke. Only Jewish women and Jewish men know, unless you also know it. I'm actually Italian, and so I'm rinsing the coffee off that I just spilled. Okay, I don't want the overhead light on because, one, I have ADHD. What doesn't she have? I've got everything. All right, so now I'm going to do, I don't have any barbells, so I'm going to do, I'm probably going to regret this, but I'm going to put when the dumbbell comes up, you will see the difference. And I'm also wearing an Italian horn in the traditional coral, which in my demographic, when I'm teaching, I just let the kids call it a chili, but it's actually a cornicello. Okay, so I'm going to just do it like this, and this will just hit the two heads of the bicep a little bit differently. And again, I am looking to make sure that I am in proper form. My feet pointed forward, and you don't want to swing, and I cannot twist it all. I mean, I can, but I'm not supposed to, unless I want to have some back surgery in the future. This is like a 10-pound weight. This is not terribly heavy. For me, if I weren't talking, if I were really concentrating, I could do 20 reps with it. which means that I need to go up a weight. Because I'm out of shape, this is also hitting my pectorals and some of my shoulder, some of my deltoid. It's hard to isolate. Okay, go on this side. I gotta be careful I don't put it on my little arthritic thumb. And I haven't done this one with this thumb. All right, I'm gonna switch my thumb. Okay, that's better. So that's the problem. It's not, for some people, it's not that you don't want to work out. It's just that you have a lot of obstacles that you have to kind of overcome. Some people are embarrassed to be at the gym. I, for one, am one of those people. Because I used to look smoking hot. I used to look really good. Through my 40s. Probably up to my 50th birthday. But the last 10 years have been particularly challenging. And one of the things I can no longer do is I cannot do any aerobic exercise for more than 20 minutes. And I have to go in the lower range of what is considered aerobic. And that's kind of a bummer. Oh, thank you. Yeah, right on, Israel. Thank you for all these loves. Thank you. If I could eat a bagel on camera, I would, but I don't have any bagels. Yeah. I went to college in University Heights, which is right next to Shaker Heights, which is, what else is right there? Shaker Heights, if you're from Cleveland, Ohio, is a very populated by Jewish people. I would like to say by Jews, but that somehow sounds wrong. And there's a student at school whose nickname was Juju, and I'm like, I am not calling you that. It makes me feel awkward to call you a Juju. So I'm like, I know it's spelled J-U, but I'm not going to do it. She's like, why? I'm like, I'm not going to tell you. The kids already hate on each other too much to let me give them something else that they know to hate on. I mean, that they could. Not know. What am I saying? I don't know. Let me drink some coffee. All right. You look like you openly support gay pride. Thank you. I have a pedal assist bike, which I will start riding now in the morning, now that I'm not working. I used to work, I'm on hiatus from, what's that smell? That's me. That's how you know you're working out, if you start stinking. It's a pedal assist bike, and I was doing really well on it. It has 4 different levels, and I used to always put it on the easiest, but it's the best. I don't know, it made me really feel like I was in shape, even though I wasn't doing anything. The motor was pushing the bike, but I still had a pedal that was really good for my arthritic hips. Why do I have arthritis in my hips? You're going to get it too. You just get it from getting older. That's the way it goes. What? Someone wants to smell my armpit? I don't know. There. Okay, that's all I'm doing. That's all I'm doing. Thank you. You can always join my OnlyFans page. That's not true. I don't have one. And if I did, it would be pictures of my cats. Cats and yarn. All right, I'm going to do some tricep. I'm going to try. This is not the most efficient tricep workout, but this is what I'm going to do. And I don't even think I can do it. Wait a minute. Okay, this is my good arm, and I'm trying to lock my core in, and so I don't put strain on my lower back. So you want to go all the way down, all the way up. Ideally, you want to go down on 4 and up on 2. Because your muscle on the opposite of the contraction is stronger, so you have to treat it a different way, or train it a different way. God, my lower back hurts. Okay, and here's the thing when you have something like fibromyalgia. Is this pain real? Or is it, am I hurting myself? Or is my body sending the wrong cue? Doesn't matter, it still hurts. All right, this is my arm that is messed up. And I will say that it's my third workout. The first workout, my arms were visibly shaking. Okay, now my shoulder will not get into right position because it's permanently damaged from being, okay, I can't even do it. These are adjustable weights too. I bought these at the Goodwill. I have 2 of them. You don't have a stand on it. I have another set, but my daughter's borrowing them. They're the 20, it's a 1 dumbbell, it's 25. All right, so I'm going to just, this arm is very, very weak. And usually the arm that you don't write with, your non-dominant arm, is the stronger arm because you use it for gross motor skills. Okay. And my shoulder hurt a lot after the last workout. It took until yesterday for it to start hurting. And so that was kind of not a bummer, but it's, I don't know if you've ever broken a bone. And this was a minor fracture. It wasn't even that big of a it's very minor. And as the orthopedic surgeon told me, oh, you broke your shoulder in the exact perfect place to break it. I was like, all right, well, guess that was good. Does it matter that I'm using 2 different weights? Not at all. Doesn't matter. That hurt. Okay. Okay. Hey man, don't go all the way up. It will hurt your elbow. Yeah, I know. That is, my elbow was broken. So what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to go up, but you're not supposed to lock, and you're not supposed to jerk like that. So as you can see, my arms will be different. Like this arm just works, just goes up, and then this arm does not. It just kind of, I have to kind of focus on it. So yeah, so I know a lot of guys just like really, because they want to do the power, they want to get the power going up, but that's you just losing control. You need to, I thank you for your advice. I'm not wearing my glasses because I don't like to, because look. I also have a mental thing where I do not like, McQuinn, are you Nigerian? I'm not Nigerian, but I'm not McQuinn either. I used to be a trainer. Oh, thank you. I have a horrible smile, though, because my teeth, I can't smile like this. Because my teeth are too small, my jaw's out of alignment, so I have to smile with my mouth open. Like that. You're welcome. Have you met a doctor? I have met a lot of doctors. A lot of doctors. A lot of doctors. For my own personal, going to therapy, having surgeries. Don't be jealous, but I've had 1, 2, 3, 5 abdominal surgeries. 5. Yeah, and only 3 of them popped out some babies. If you could pick between having a surgical delivery and regular delivery, go with regular if you can. Both are horrifying. Not that I would know, but surgical also leads to problems. So I also have adhesions in my gut from having abdominal surgeries. Oh, thank you. I am not Indian. Oh, Baby Yoda. I made a Baby Yoda. I don't have him here, but I made a little amigurumi Baby Yoda. Watch them on my channel. You'll see it. I am not Indian. Please, the person who's asked me to brush with something called cement, it's not a cooking show. So thank you. That wasn't that funny, but I try. I try to address all of the comments. I'm not Indian. I'm not Jewish. Hey, Shalom. Hey, cool guy. Yo. I am originally from the eastern suburbs of Cleveland. And now I'm in Phoenix. And my family, both sides of my family, are from the same part of Italy, Campobasso, Italy. And I do... Wrong one. And I don't remember the name of the town. So, yeah. Hey, if anyone knows who Garen Noon is, Garen Noon from Ireland, oh my God. I think I'm in love with him. I think I'm age inappropriate for him. Probably. Anyway. He's from County Mayo. Okay. And this is gonna, okay, so I didn't explain. So my whole right leg, my hamstrings, and my quadriceps, all the muscles in my thigh are just, okay, that was almost fatigue, are just raging right now from the fibromyalgia. And all the way down the side of my leg. So if I don't have sciatica, I've got that. And I want to go and get a massage because my glutes, I'm not saying this for views, but you know, whatever. I need to go to a massage therapist that will massage my glutes. Is that bad? Because I get muscle spasms in them. And yes, I do take a muscle relaxer, but sometimes it doesn't work. And I take a lot of medication, I think. And I do not, I put another weight on. It's probably 2 pounds. I don't want to take too much because I don't want to accidentally overdose. Because that actually happens. And that happened in an extended part of my family. This is one reason why I don't drink alcohol. Because I don't want to accidentally unalive myself. So I live with passive suicidal ideations for a number of years. And now I'm not like that. I would like to wake up in the morning, so that's kind of cool. I look like I crossed the street. Thank you for thinking that I go for a walk, because I do not walk. I would be on my bike. And I would only cross the street if I saw any man that looks like they're threatening. That's just a chick thing. I'm 5 feet tall. I weigh 156 pounds today, so I'm not as portable. It's not necessarily because they're black, but it's because they're a man. And you got to be careful. Have a friend of the family who's just walking around. Some guy across the street was psychotic, walked over, stabbed him a bunch of times. And he was across the street. The guy crossed the street. This happened in Phoenix, in Guadalupe. Okay, I'm 23. I am 60. Slap my cheek. What, do I need blush? Ow! Now my face hurts. I thought it said for cheese. So you're not sending me a cheese of the month thing? But I like cheese. Don't tell me cheese is congesting. If someone understands that, can you explain it to me? Because I refuse to look it up. I'm not Jewish, but I'll be Jewish for you. Should I take off my Italian horn? I'm aware that there are Jewish Italians, but I am not one of those. I would be proud to be Jewish. I grew up in a neighborhood that had, oh, thank you. It's because I'm in good lighting. Here, want to see how you can tell how old a woman is? It's for you younger guys. Watch. Oh, God, turn that back off. All right, watch. Look right here. See this? I don't have a beauty filter on because I don't believe in lying. This is just what I look like, and I'm in good lighting. Okay, wait. Don't look at the boobs. All right. See all that wrinkly skin? That's how you can tell how old a woman is. The wrinkly skin, because your skin just gets looser. So, yeah. Thank you. I appreciate all these compliments. Thank you. Okay, here, want to see something disturbing? Oh, my God. Oh. Look. Okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. At least I'm walking around. I'm not disfigured. Oh, my God. Meow. Okay, turn around. What do I have? A lot of cat fur on me? I have 3 cats. All right, so I think I still look good from behind. Yes, this is how I dance. You can hire me for parties. Yeah, like I'm saying, if you're in shape for a number of years, especially if you do bodybuilding, it took me a long time to lose my arms. Let me show you my sad tricep, my sad bicep. So my bicep will come back because I have muscle memory. But my tricep is going to take a long time. Your tricep, obviously. Young guys, don't forget to hit your triceps. It's the largest part of your arm. Yeah. What's an Italian horn? An Italian horn is called a cornicello, and the lore, it changes throughout time. So this is a horn, and the current belief is that it protects you from the evil spirits. But it was traditionally worn by men to include your virility. That's why I have facial hair. Don't be jealous that I shave more than you. Your fertility. I've had 3 kids. And virility, fertility, and I forgot the third one, but that's not the belief anymore. So now it's just a symbol that Italians wear. So yeah, I keep getting little hearts flooding up. That's kind of cute. All right. It can also be a portal for all evil is granted. Oh yeah, right on, man. Whatever your little tradition is. Hey, you know, I believe in our democratic society, and you vote for however you want to vote as long as you go out to vote. I will be voting the opposite of you, so we'll be canceling each other out, but that's okay. That's okay. That's what makes our country great. And if someone tells you your vote doesn't count, they want you to not vote. If your vote didn't count, why did they make it so hard to get people to vote or to let people vote? There you go. Okay, so I'm going to do another set. Michigan for Trump. Oh, hey! James Woodlife, you're from England. Very nice. Oh, thank you. A good weight for me is 130. And I have not seen 130 in about 20 years. I did weigh, when I moved to Arizona, I weighed 100 pounds. But I did weigh 110. It was too thin. And I had muscle. I have to do another set here. And I'm taking too long between sets because I'm talking too much. All right, so I'm just going to start with the pattern. I'm only going to do a few sets of these. I wish I had cable pull downs, but I don't. And you can get a decent whole body workout without even using weights. And if you're not sure how to do that, find a YouTuber who used to be in prison, not jail, prison, and follow their advice because they've got some very interesting workouts that you're just doing with your own body weight. And they're also doing it without the best nutrition. But because they're men, it's a little bit easier for them to put weight on. Okay, all right, that's my shoulder's gonna hurt. Okay. Now you can work out and be successful in training your core without doing any abdominal work. I found a physiologist. I meant to look up what exactly a physiologist is. I know what an occupational therapist. I know what a physical therapist is. But a physiologist is a little bit different, and he specializes in people over 50. Because believe it or not, your body gets old, and sometimes things break down all the time. So here, I will give you a perfect example of something in just a second. Okay. All right, so I work, let me just peek again. I feel bad if I'm not responding to the, how you should take guys. I sound my personal trainer, can give you some tips if you want. Yeah, right on, man. You gave me tips. The local gas station is robbed of all its menthol cigarettes. Hi, this is a nice channel, so can we try not to be anti-Semitic, anti-black, anti-white, anti-whatever? Can we just try to do that? Can you go on some other channel if you want? But like and subscribe before you go. Oh, thank you. Yeah, man, you know what that is? That's poor people. That's poor people. Please keep your anti-poor people. I'm a poor person, man. I don't steal because that's a form of lying. How can I steal from you and then look at you? But, you know, we live in a crazy world. So that's what I'm going to say. Thank you, person who said that I'm refreshing. Thank you. You can't smell me right now because I am not refreshing. All right, good. Just drink this. So here's an example of how, oh, you're poor. Black the trolls are just annoying. Okay, should I put J Rider? J Ride. No No more comments or I'm going to put you in timeout. And it's very extreme. It puts a timeout in seconds. Yeah, good. You shouldn't steal. You should steal. What's going on with this curl? Look how funny that is. Okay, thank you for your apology. Hey, you are totally entitled to your opinion. You could be anything you want. This is America. You don't like white people? Don't like them. You don't like black people? Don't like them. But you should not infringe on anybody's rights in our country. If you don't like something, then just don't, just don't deal with it. I'm just saying. I don't know how you were raised. Okay, so here's an example. I work as a substitute teacher here in Phoenix, and I do not work in the summertime. It's only 2 months long here in Arizona, and normally I don't work out, and I usually am doing nothing. I can't ride my bike. It's too freaking hot. Can't ride your bike in the city after dark unless you want to get, accosted, thrown in a canal, robbed, steal my $2,000 bike, whatever. So I usually just lay around in a depressive slump under a blanket, reading a book a day. Well, at least I read. And then I go back to work. And usually that hasn't been a problem for 10 years. This year, I'm doing shoulders now. This year, it was excruciatingly painful. The first week of school, I was literally at home with every ice pack that I have on my groin muscles and all of my thigh, but particularly in the groin area, because I was not used to walking. And that's just how quickly, when you're older, your body, what you used to do a few months ago, you might not be able to do tomorrow. So now I know that I'm not working now. I will be collecting my widow benefits, and my husband died. I'm very distracted by how gross I smell. I normally don't smell, but I didn't put on antiperspirant for a couple days. Oh God, gross. My husband died 17 years ago, and we didn't have any savings or life insurance or anything when he passed, because we used it all up while he was sick. He was sick for the last 7 years of his life. Anyway, he would be very proud to know that his Social Security benefits, which I will be collecting, will allow me to only have to work 1 day a week as a substitute teacher, which is very exciting. He'd be very happy to know that. And even though he's been gone for 17 years, he's collecting way more than I would be collecting, because I didn't work a lot or as much, and because I'm underemployed due to health problems. So he'd be very, very happy about that. I can live off of, after taxes, I can live off of $22,000 a year. Don't be hating because I'm poor. If you want to learn how not to spend money, get a chronic illness like chronic fatigue or fibromyalgia, heart condition. Mess up your back so you can't even sit for more than 5 minutes without activating your sciatica pain. And you will quickly see how much money you don't have to spend, because everything is very, very exhausting. Oh my God. Isn't it weird how weak my tricep is compared to my deltoids? All right, because your deltoids actually kind of use your back and stuff. All right, let me look over here. Saw a bunch of stuff go by. It is a clown. It's clown-like. Now, I brushed it out because I'm going to take a shower after. And I was just saying, in the 80s, this hair would be right on, man. This would be fantastic. I don't have a wig. This is my natural hair color. It's white, and I'm about 50% white. I love chocolate, and I'm afraid to say that. Please, Woodrow Wilson, please don't say anything gross. Thank you. Are you role-playing Goofy from Mickey? No. I am not married. Oh, thank you. Thank you for liking my pendant. It's my daughter bought it when she was in Italy. My other daughter and her husband are planning a trip to Rome, and I think I want to go, but I don't even think I could sit on an airplane going from anywhere. So I don't know. I'm going to think about it. Anyway, blah, blah, blah. I am a widow. I am 60 years old. Excuses are pathetic. Busy bone hair sprouts. Okay. I don't like Lee Bradbury. You don't like what? Oh my God. Okay. I like everybody, but I am dedicated to my widowhood because I don't think there's a man out there that could keep me in the style I'm accustomed to, which is poverty. Can you do that? Can you do that? Now, I don't want to give up my benefits. That's 10 years of free money, and then I could still make up to $22,000 a year on top of that. The numbers are just coincidentally the same. Because they just are. And that's a lot of money. I don't have a car. I'm going to brush my hair to torment the people who are making fun of it. You're just jealous that you don't have hair like this. Look at this. I'm so lucky I don't have a bald spot because I'm definitely postmenopausal. Here, this is more like, is this what you're talking about? Is this more like the bozo look? Like this? I'm so old I know who Bozo the Clown is. There, is that better? No. So when I get done with it, you got to brush it out though, right? Oh, thank you. Have you ever met a young Latino man like me, baby? Okay, I'm sure that I have. And I can tell by your name, Stank Nasty, that you are a very young man who thinks that. Sorry, I have ADHD and I like to dance. Now I'm going to delete. That is the school calling me to see if I want to work. But I'm not going to work right now. Anyway, you have to brush it out before you take a shower. So I'm about to take a shower, and no, I will not be taking a shower on camera. That is not this kind of stream. Can you dance? Yeah, but I have to be careful because I can't twist because I have spondylolisthesis. Not spondylolisthesis, but spondylolisthesis because I'm special. Thank you. That was documented and diagnosed by an orthopedic surgeon. I've been drinking since 10 years. Okay, I don't know what that means. Thank you for liking my hair. It won't look like this after. Just because I have to get all the knots out. I need to brush it before I go to sleep. If you want your hair to be really properly taken care of, you need to use a product called, I'm going to get it for you because I'm in the bathroom. It's especially true for women in menopause. You need to get a product like this. It's a non-sulfate, and it has conditioner built into it because my hair is like straw. And this is all leftover box color, and then I have this product that has a tint in it, and it's not permanent at all. Like, you have to use it every day or else it'll just wash out. But it's super gentle on your hair because I don't even like talking about my hair because I'm so afraid that I'm gonna jinx something and then my hair is gonna fall out of my head. So yeah. Yeah, so my workout is just very mild. I will not be doing my legs because my legs are always in pain. And my quads, I don't even want to show you my quads. They're pretty bad. My muscles used to be so nice that you could see the muscles when I was walking around in my jeans because they would pop out. So, Mr. Stank Nasty, I would be embarrassed to even tell someone I was dating you or friends with you just because of your name on here. I mean, what is that? What is that? It's not good. It's not good. You know what my name is? It's my name. It's Michelle. Michelle. That's my first name. And then my channel is called Crocheting into Retirement because I crochet. So, all right. So I am done for now. Please don't leave because we're going to transition into something else. I'm going to finish drinking my coffee. It's cold, just like I was at school. Substitute teacher. And no, I'm just like this at school, but I'm really very, very strict. And kids today, every generation thinks the next generation or the generation coming up is horrible. That's true. But I think social media has made people think that they are so much more than they actually are. Narcissism is at a wait time. I think what it actually is, it's stunted kids' emotional growth. So you have like middle school kids that are acting like they are in. Why are there all these hearts coming up on the side? I've never seen that before. Thank you. I don't know who's doing that, but right on, man. Do it. But anyway, it's like a bunch of, middle school kids that are acting like they're, I don't know, like they're 4 or 5, because, being narcissistic is part of your human development. Because everything is about you because you're trying to fight for food. Why do you think kids are always grabbing at stuff? Because they think it's food. It's me, 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 me. And then you slowly learn that, oh my God, there's other people around you. And I think social media makes people just have a self-elevated sense of self. Was that a good sentence? Self-elevated. An elevated sense of self. That's better. That's better. It's because we love. Ah, thank you for calling me grandmother. I love that. When my hair was really gray, all the little Hispanic kids, which is the whole school, would call me Granny. Hi, Granny. It was so cute. I don't have any grandchildren, so I'm not trans, but thank you for thinking that I could be a man. And definitely with my personality, if I was not on an antidepressant and I was a man, I would totally be in jail for beating the crap out of somebody. I'm in Cash Money, yo! Send me Cash Money. Just joking. I have Cash App, and I have Buy Me a Cup of Coffee. I will not buy coffee with it. I will buy yarn or cat food. Please don't send me any money unless you really, really want to for some reason. Like if you have extra money to send to me, can't you send it to like someone in your family? But if you want, you can send it to me. Don't tell me to calm down! You just dissed me as an Italian American because Italian Americans are not a quiet people. We never stop talking, and we will just talk louder and louder until we get our point across, to the point where you get in trouble at work for talking too loud. Did that happen to me? It absolutely did. But that's all right. I'm sorry. I'm in Phoenix, Arizona, which became a state in 1912 with New Mexico. Do you know how many Americans think New Mexico is in Mexico? Not funny. Okay. Oh, I gotta take my pills. I'm in a part of the country where a lot of the families that live here, they didn't cross the border crossed them. Isn't it funny? They used to live in Mexico, and then one day they woke up. Seattle, that's right. Tawancha, Parents, what are you doing to your children? Don't name your kids names like that. Tawancha Ray. Sounds like a disease. I'm just saying that because he was Maine. Here's one of my pills. This is chlorthalidone. This is a water pill. Because I have edema also. Which means that my legs swell up with water. Blood pressure. Very low dose blood pressure. Because I have edema. It's a vicious circle. I'm from Psycholand. Yeah, right on, man. I don't know if fentanyl is bad in prison. I know fentanyl is bad. I get fentanyl in the hospital after I got hit by a car. It didn't do anything for me, and I was convinced that the nurse stole my fentanyl. I was like, I'm still in pain, right? But we gave you fentanyl. But in the hospital, I'm also on Cymbalta, duloxetine, which is for fibromyalgia. Pain reliever. It's also for my obvious depression. Because, can't you tell that I'm depressed? New stuff here for, oh my God! Oh, thank you. I'm the only one of the kids out of the five of us that did not have acne. And like the really bad acne. The really, really bad acne. It's even called vulgar acne, the Latin term. Okay. So thank you for saying that I have nice hair. So this is my Cymbalta for my major. I have dysthymia, which is a permanent depressive state. Can't you tell? And then some for major depression breakthroughs. And then for pain relief for my fibromyalgia. And then I take a thyroid medication because, of course, my thyroid doesn't work. And then my inhaler, because of course I have asthma. I got it for my 50th birthday. Thanks, Bobby. Thank you. Anyway, hey, since people are here, depression is funny. Well, sometimes depressed people figure out that no one wants to be around a depressed person. So you do a lot of acting. So that's also very exhausting, which I can say from experience. I also have ADHD. Can you not tell? All right, I'm going to unplug something and my light's going to go off. So I'm going to go into some really bad lighting. And I wish I had like a meme or something to post here, but it's just going to be me. Okay. Yeah. Also, being on camera is helping me with my with my face dysmorphia. Where can I go? Where can I go that won't be too horrifyingly disgusting for you to look at? It's not that bad. Okay, so we're just walking around. I was going to take a shower, but since there's a lot of people here, I am going to go sit down and look. I'm going to show you some of my crochet stuff, and if you don't want to look at it, then that's okay too. We'll just go out into the living room. Here's some of my stuff that I made. These are all things that I wear, except for this. This I can even see it. This is a jacket I've been working on. I just had to figure out how I want to finish the sleeves. It's very warm. I have skin sensitivity, so I usually try not to wear sleeves, and it's so hot here in Phoenix. There's my closet, my storage closet. For my crochet. There's all my big containers. There's my 2 bike batteries. And then the third one's on the bike. One's dead. I don't know what to do with it. There's no aftermarket for it. And I ride a bike, so I could probably drop it off somewhere. I don't know what you guys are seeing. I'm so sorry. All right. I just got this tripod, so it's kind of exciting. Is anyone still here? Oh, people are still here. Can you make me some socks? Pig with ASMR. Am I a pig with ASMR? I have a video of my cat doing her first ASMR video. And where did I put my little bear at? All right, this is my living room. So let me put, oh my God, no wonder it's so hot in here. Let's turn the fan on as usual. All right, I'm going to go, I'm going to turn my fan on. If you want, you can stay, whatever your experience is here. I'm just going to get something else over here because I'm so excited I finished this. Look how cute he is. Hi. Hello. Look at me. So this is my amigurumi. And, jeez, I got to sit down. Okay. I'm way too high. Okay. I'm still in some bad lighting. I'm sorry my hair looks like this. Actually, I'm not sorry. I don't care. Don't make fun of my hair. You do or say whatever you want. All right. Let me just plug in the light. My little lamp here. I'll show you some of my crochet stuff. Excuse me. I have a heart condition also. So sometimes, because you're trying to plug it into something that's not a plug. Okay. Sorry. Okay. All right. I'm coming back now. Is anyone still here? Turn on, please. There we go. Ugh, gross. I don't wear my glasses because then it has the reflection. And this is true. I would like this theme song from Sanford and Son. Thank you. Do I still teach? Can we watch your shower? Do we have to buy an OnlyFans? My OnlyFans membership, which I don't have, I'm completely making this up, is all showing you this kind of stuff. And my cats. So it's kind of a ripoff, so I wouldn't join. I wanted to do Only Paws, which is just showing pictures of my cat's feet. I have 3 cats. I have 12 available cat's paws that I could show you. But I don't think anyone would pay for it because You know, the love of cats is why we have YouTube. If you don't believe that, then you just don't know your history. Thank you for saying that you like my crochet. Thank you so much. Look, and I made this blanket behind me. Sometimes there's a cat behind it. Is there a cat in here? I have 3 cats. I have a mom cat and her 2 kittens. The 2 girl kittens, they're 10 years old. They're 2 brothers, also 10, live across from me because little girl cats kept eating up the boy cats. So, yeah. Okay, so I just finished this one, and I really put off getting these plastic eyes because I really wanted to make this first washable. This is not washable anymore. And I wanted to make it so that if a baby was playing with it, I wouldn't by accident kill them by them chewing off the eyes. I was a funny teacher, but it was very frustrating because the kids are always kids, but the kids are very, very low. And I'm not talking about the kids who have to learn English. Those kids I feel for them. What a bummer to come to Arizona where you're not allowed to teach it all in Spanish, if that's the language they speak. The school I'm in is predominantly Spanish. Because I live in Phoenix. But we have a very diverse community here in Phoenix. So some schools have Arabic, and that's got to be a bummer for some of the kids because they don't have a lot of friends that they can vote for. I'm reading a comment here about who am I going to vote for. If you don't speak Spanish and you come to a Phoenix school, it's a little harder because, you know, I don't know. I'm talking about elementary through 8th grade. In high school, then it's all different. How are you? I'm doing all right, man. I am from, who am I going to vote for? Hello from Houston, Texas. Hey, Houston, Texas. Not Dallas. Remember the Dallas show? Remember how crazy that was? Who shot JR? Oh my God, I remember that. That was the best. I'm from, thank you, Cash Money. Yeah, don't let the kids vote. Now, the voting age used to be 21, and then they changed it to 18. And I used to know the reason for that, and now I don't. But I think it has something to do, obviously, with politics. And because I think the drinking age was 18. The drinking age is 21. Is anyone here old enough to remember when you used to be able to buy booze when you were, what's going on? When you were, God, I'm so short. I'm sitting down, too. I remember being able to buy low beer at 18. And then when I was 19, of course, I could never go to the store and buy beer or cigarettes because when I was 18, I looked 10. I think I looked 10 for about 20 years. But man, if you were a guy in high school and you could grow a good beard or a good mustache, so yeah, keg. We used to have keggers all the time. You know, back in high school when it was cool to drink, I used to walk to the store and buy my dad cigarettes with a note. Okay, here's a little cat. It's implied that it's a cat. This is a really nice beginner project because it's no-sew, and you start from the head and you work your way up, and then you just close this up, and this is stuffed with yarn. I'm going to put a face on him. I made a lot of these while I used to take the bus here in Phoenix to work. Thoughts on blacks? Nice gradient color. Yeah, thank you. My thoughts on blacks. I don't know. You have to be more specific. I don't know what you're asking for. Be more specific. I will say this. Our country is only great because of the addiction to tobacco and slavery. If you don't agree with me, just get off my stream. Just joking. This is my thought. Because I read some college level books that I did not have privy to when I was in college, and I graduated in 1986 from college. Okay, here's a little rabbit. So I used to make these on the bus, and the bus is good for crocheting, but it's not good for needlepoint. So here's some needlepoint. And this is really hard to do when you're on the bus, especially because if you're on a bus, this is before COVID, the bus could get pretty, listening to real English. Nice grading color. What do you do if you see a spaceman? Oh my God, is this a joke that I don't know? I don't know. Is that a joke? Parking it, man. That's a good dad joke. I like that. Or mom joke. Oh, here's the Baby Yoda I was talking about. It's not really Baby Yoda, but it's Yoda. Okay, we have a cat joining us. She's a scary cat because she does not like to be picked up. There's no cat under here. That's just a pillow. They were just running around the house attacking each other. Okay, go on. Okay, you don't want to, you want to be on camera? There's an octopus that I put little safety eyes on. And now I just have to finish. This is also a really good beginner project because it's all done from the top up. And you never have to take your hook off. You just go up and there's no sewing. So this is a really easy beginner project. And if you're going to start crocheting, you want to do easy stuff first. Oh, for the love of God, do not make a granny square blanket. Oh my God. Oh my God. It will take you so long to do that. I did that when I picked up crocheting about 15 years ago, again, after taking a hiatus. I know. I brought this one to school, and I even have a little string on him. The kids used to play with this. Look how beautiful the purple is. And I used to also put him on a stick and make him a puppet. And he's been washed and dried several times. So this is stuffed with yarn to make it more durable. And this is a nice acrylic yarn. So like this bear is not washable because it's been glued and has felt. And then it is stuffed with stuffing. So he's very firm, but he is not meant for children. He's meant for me. Look how good I did on the needlepoint. Looks like a donut. Sorry, fantasy eating. See, my hair's coming down now. All right. Okay, so I have a cat under the blanket. Now I'm terrified because I'm afraid that she is going to start swiping at me. Okay, there's a pin in this head. So I was making this and someone said, no, I would not donate these to orphanages just out of selfishness because like this bear took me like 3 hours to make. So I don't sell them either because in order for this to be profitable for me as a business, like that I tried to have on Etsy, I have to sell this for like $60. Who's going to pay $60 for this? Nothing. Nobody. Do not donate to orphanages. First, I don't even think we have any orphanages in Arizona. I think it's all either group homes or foster care. If anyone knows of an orphanage, please tell me. I do have some bereavement blankets that I made every time I finished a blanket. I only did this a couple times because then I had to stop crocheting because I got hit by a car and my arm was broken. But I made a blanket and then I made a small blanket it's like this big and it's for burial, for a newborn or something sad like that. And I still have not heard of anyone doing that. I have done. I've made hats for a whole family, for a needy family at school, including the parents. I was a needy family once, and I was like, I want to get something too, but they don't think of the parents. Parents are sad. Parents they can't buy for their kids. If they're nice, they probably didn't buy for themselves. Anyway, so I made like 8 hats for Christmas. Because the hats I could whip up really fast and they're crocheted, so someone knows that it was made specifically. And then, I don't know, some people call this praying over it. I put thought into it when I'm creating something. So like if someone said, could I have an amigurumi, I would not give them this one. I would make them a fresh one and I would think about them while I was making it. And that's what I do. So to answer your question 25 minutes later, no, I do not distribute these to orphanages because I would not be able to make enough of them to be fair. And I would not want anyone to feel left out because how horrible it is to be an orphan to begin with. So can you imagine there's like 10 kids and I only have 5? It is too time consuming to make. And I can't really make a lot of these anymore because I'm not able to crochet for terribly long from over you. I'm trying to show you my cat. Diamond, want to say hi? Hi. She's a lovely, lovely cat. Unless you pick her up, then she screams. Oy vey. Goebbels ghost. Whoa! You need to make up with your cat. Okay. Thank you. Small kids would like. Yeah, the kids love these. I love this. I just did a photo shoot with him in my own house. I'm going to probably post that later on. Oh my God, she's so cute. Do you want to see her? No, we're not in a fight or anything. She's under the blanket. Can you see? You can't even see her. Just take the key off this. All right, if I drop this phone. Okay. Look how cute. cute she is. Can you see? Put her on the camera. You don't even know how to use a camera right, Michelle. Don't say mean things to yourself. Okay. Look how cute she is with her little paw out. Why are there plastic bags? Because the yarn goes in plastic bags or in containers. So that doesn't get dirty. Look how cute she is. She just doesn't like to be picked up. She gets beat up all the time by her sister. Okay, then these are my containers. These are my working containers. If anyone likes the Stranger Things, if you want a book, I'll give it to you. Oh, look, there's my compression hose. Anyway. Okay, so I'm going to look at my little messy table. Look at that. Here's this. Look, I lost the stand for the bottom of this. I don't know where it went. So I had to buy a whole new tripod. Here's my apartment. This is a very decorated apartment for me. Okay, there's the cat tree. And then here's my bookcases with no books on it. I've moved so many times. Here's my TV that I've turned on exactly 2 times in 3 months. There's a dirty litter box. I just cleaned it yesterday. And some puzzles, which I haven't been working on. I'm not going to dance now. My back hurts from working out. I'll do a private video for you. No, I won't. I'm lying to you. I don't, if I do lie, I immediately tell on myself because I don't like to lie. Richard Simmons is dead. And he had hair plugs. This is all, I don't have hair plugs. You make fun of my hair. Here, is this better? Okay. Anyway, so yeah, this is a lovely, lovely cat. And if she were ever homeless, she would automatically get a job. Because she would be an excellent mouser. Wouldn't you? Yeah. She's only a little bit overweight. The other one's really... What is all these little hearts going on the sides? I've never seen that before. That's pretty cool. Isn't she cute? We adopted one cat. She's not here in this room. Oh, I have 3 cats. I have 3 litter boxes, so there. You're supposed to have 4, but I only have 3. I have 1 in each main room. When I lived in Ohio, I'm going to have to move this a little bit. I'm probably going to break this. Oh, I didn't break it. I'm so proud of myself. When I lived in Ohio, it was common for people to just put their cats outside. So that's how you have a homeless cat or a stray cat. Those are the cats that are nice to you, that will let you pet them. That means they used to be someone's pet, and then someone decided, hey man, go outside. And cats can do fairly well on their own because they're excellent hunters. They won't live as long as an indoor cat, but it's not like dogs. Stray dogs, very, very sad. Oh, you're from Ohio, Woodrow Wilson, of course. Anyway, so we adopted this kitten that we thought was a kitten, and she came preloaded with her own kittens, and she had 6 kittens. And to make a very, very long story short, we kept all the kittens. That's the whole story. I'm making a voodoo doll now. Why not? Because people asked, we were talking about it yesterday. I have to count. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18. Okay. And, what? Oh, and we kept all 6 kittens. And then right when the boys started showing that they were becoming, sexually mature, then we got them all fixed. It's a Spider-Man. This pattern was making me insane. So I didn't finish it. Here's the other one. Here's traditional Spider-Man. I don't watch these movies. This pattern looked very, very easy, and it was confusing me because I couldn't get this little row to line up. I'm not giving you the finger, or maybe I am. You just don't know. Will I ever finish? No, I'll never finish. And here's a ghost. Don't be too scared. Boo. Okay. Anywho, oh, and two of the cats have passed since then. So we're just down to the 5 cats. So the boy cats had to be housed in a different location because the little mean cat, she's like a chihuahua, because when I am in the shower, she will come and sit in there and guard me. And if her sister cat does something to me at all, like if she meows funny next to me, she'll come over and smack her around. And then the mom cat can do whatever she wants because cats will remember who their parent cat is. When's a private video? All right. Oh, yeah, thank you for dropping off my dinner. Patrick Slattery. Oh, oh, wow, Patrick Slattery, very Irish. I love that Garan Noon. Sorry, I'm saying it in Spanish. I don't even speak Spanish. Oh my God, I love him. And now my children who went to Ireland last year were like, yeah, we saw billboards for him. Oh my God, he's so funny. I love him because he swears. And because he's funny. And he's delicious. Just a little bit in love with him. Anyway, yeah, thanks, man. What dinner are you bringing me? Did I miss something in the chats? Is someone bringing me food? You need to make up with your cat. Okay, I'm just curious. Do you distribute sunshine food? What do you do as a spade? Thoughts on blacks. Oh, she never told me about the blacks. How are you? I'm fine. What's going on? Hello from Houston. And no AC. I do have AC. And I can make socks. I just don't make socks because you have to work with really, oh my God, why do you touch your face? Now it's going to, I think I have good skin now because when I was born, and I'm a twin, my twin did not have this condition. And here's more than you need to know. When you are twins in utero, you each have your own amniotic sac. Okay, so we were not grown together. Very rarely twins will be in the same sac, and that is unfortunate because then there's one placenta, blah, 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 blah. I'm sorry, I'm eating candy in front of people. Do you want candy? Does anyone want candy? Here, have some. Yum. It's coffee flavored from Indonesia. It's got caffeine in it too. Anyway. I'll eat it for you. Anyway, I was born, I had a really bad rash. And my mother said she was always worried that people were going to call the police because she had to medicate me, my entire body, every day. And I just screamed the entire time. And I think that's part of the reason why I'm kind of weird. But I have very sensitive skin and I break out. Like I've had shingles like 15 times. Who gets that? And I get it on my head. And on my face. And on my back. And on my gut. So anyway. Are you a doctor? I'm not a doctor. Oh, that's right. Someone said they were going to drop something off for me. Thank you. I had an offer to get taken to the Olive Garden too. Thank you. Yeah, drop off the food, man. Yeah, I'll eat it. I'm eating leftover Mexican food for breakfast. I haven't eaten breakfast yet. I want to stand up. Have you ever made a guitar headstock cover, kind of like those booties? I have not. But I remember my grandmother made poodles. They were very popular in the 60s for my dad's or my uncle, somebody's golf clubs. So you go over and he'd have his golf clubs standing up instead of lying down. I think you're supposed to lie down so they don't warp. I'm not sure. But there were different poodle heads, different colors on the golf clubs. Yeah. Ghetto planet. Your little circles are so small. I'm not a doctor, but my daughter's a doctor of law. Excellent. And she's married to a doctor of law. And I was both irritated and very proud that she was more educated than me. But I thought, but I wanted to be the most educated person. No. So she's a lawyer here in Phoenix. If you ever need a good lawyer here in Phoenix for family law, so she deals with a lot of very, 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 very stressful stuff. Not criminal, but just, custody battles and all that stuff. So you should marry the person who is the most compatible with you. It should not matter what they do. In fact, for a short amount of time, kind of fell for this guy who worked at the 7-Eleven. Yes, he was Indian. He still is. He's still Indian. Punjabi, Sikh, without the turban, because he doesn't want to be, harassed. And I fell for him hard, and I offered to marry him for a green card the second time I met him. And he said no. What? For a green card? You won't get married for me? You just be married for a year, then go on your way. If we don't work out. I said, but in the meantime, you can have a green card. And he was like, no. I think he's a slave now. A modern slave. Anyway, that was before I knew I was getting benefits. Why don't you be a doctor? Being a doctor is really rough. That's some hard work, man. Some hard work. and a lot of money. My daughter and my son-in-law, they're both lawyers, and they both have successfully paid off their student loans. A lot of money. I didn't pay my student loan off. It just got so old that it fell off. Not 7 years, like 30 years, 40 years, then just kind of fell off. So yeah. What if I fall in love with someone who is not financially stable? But then you don't marry them. Marriage is a contract. Marriage is a contract. If you look at somebody and you don't want to mix your credit up with them, don't get married. There you go. God, stop scratching your face. I know that sounds harsh, but you need to be aware of, oh my God. Why do you even touch your skin? I'm sorry. Yeah, if you can't trust your significant other with your debit card, with all of your credit, with anything that you own, any kind of financial stuff, why would you get married to them? You have to have complete trust with somebody else. There's nothing worse than being married to someone and then you find out, 5 years, 10 years later, a year later, that they're a gambling addict or that they have a second family or some kind of, pardon the expression, bullshit. Well, that's because young women are being confused. Because, this is a whole topic, and I don't know if people want to listen to this, but basically, when I was the women's liberation movement, when we had the Equal Rights Amendment, which did not pass, all women wanted to do in the 70s was not to be able to do everything that men do, but to be able to have the right to do it. So when I was growing up, if I said I wanted to be a doctor, I was immediately corrected and said, you mean a nurse? Or I want to be a pilot, you mean a stewardess? So it was very ingrained to you that women could not do certain jobs just because it was man-based, not based on ability. Of course, I can't be an effective construction worker because I don't have that kind of strength. I'm thinking guys with the jackhammers. That's hard work. And now young women are being told that, you went to college also for an education, but also you went to college to meet men that were going to be doctors and lawyers. Where are you going to meet future doctors and lawyers? You're going to meet them at university or at college. So you had to put yourself out there where they were going to be. And you were also very aware that you had to be married by the time you were 30 or you were old. No one was going to marry you. You're also very aware that you needed to have kids by the time you're 30. Yeah, it's, what it is. I think it's partly music, and I think, yeah, okay, wait, let me finish my thought. So I think young women think that they have all the time in the world that men do. Men can just wander around for decades, just wandering around, living the high life, because they don't have to create a body. So they can get married when they're 50 and settle down and have a family. They can have a family when they're 20. Those kids grow up, have a whole other family. Women can't do that. I mean, it's a high-risk pregnancy once you're 35. You can still have kids, but women need to keep in mind that when they're dating, you have two goals when you're dating. You're either dating to have fun or you're dating to get married. And it's two different mindsets. And if you can easily be manipulated by emotions and stuff, then you are not mature enough yourself to get married. Oh my God, was that harsh? And it's very hard to have conversations before you get married, because a lot of times people get married because unplanned pregnancy. That's a big thing. Men sexually mature around 17 to 18, 19. Men are sexually mature at that point. Your biological imperative is to get your genes out there, get your DNA out there as much as you possibly can. Women don't sexually mature until they're in their late 30s, when you're not as fertile. And that's because women have to, control who they're going to have children with. And I think it's yeah, I think social media has really kind of damaged people's perception, especially young people, of what your life is going to be like, because life is miserable. I tell you, when I was teaching, I'm like, I know you guys think you're going to turn 18 and everyone's still going to love you. No one will love you as much as when you're in school. All those teachers, for the most part, 95% of all people who work in education just love the kids. I love the kids as a teacher. We love the children. You only want the best for them. You try and tell them, do this, be successful, have choices. They don't listen to you because they're little kids. But I'm like, man, when you turn 18 and you're out of school, no one gives a crap about you anymore unless you have a nice family. And then I would tell them, I said, hey man, this happened to my husband. What if your parent steals your identity? What? I said, some of you are sitting here in the 6th grade and you already have bad credit. You have a car repo because your parents stole your identity because they messed up their credit. Now they're going to mess up yours. And that's a bummer. So, I get villainized whenever I check when I think I'm, did I help you out? Yeah. So I think, just going back to that conversation. So some women are just misguided in thinking, I am all that in a bag of chips. Are you? Are you all that in a bag of chips? I'm sorry to use an old phrase. You are only as successful as the moment you are existing in right now. And things, cat falls to fluffy death. Oh, it's KLR. Okay, so it's funny. My cat fell off a patio balcony, 3 stories. She did not land on her feet. She died. So cats do not always land on their feet. I'm sorry to bring in this. So women are like, yeah, I want to marry a doctor. He's got to make so much money. But that's like, why would a doctor marry you? You don't bring anything to the package. And you have to be with someone, if you're young and you get married, that you can see the potential for their growth. And you can see that basically by how a man or a woman behaves. So I knew when I met my husband, who has since died, and I've told my children this, that I was very depressed when I met him, and I wasn't even sure that I loved him. He was a good guy. He was a fantastic father, fantastic husband, but I did love him eventually, like as I went into it. But I recognized in him by the way he treated me, by his work ethic. You want a guy that's going to freaking work. He's not going to, we're not in the day and age now where men are going to totally support you. But you want someone who has a good work ethic, which he did. He was very respectful, never raised his voice to me. We were married for almost 20 years. Raised his voice to me one time. Yeah. Men have had it rough for a long time, probably since the 80s. Making fun of American men is just a staple of American TV also. And that's why there's a show called Everybody Loves Raymond. And it was not successfully translated into other countries. It was successfully remade in other countries, except for like Russia, where men are men. And they could not even envision a show where the woman is berating the man. They were like, it will not work in this market. So yeah, men have had it rough. I totally agree. I'm happy I don't have any sons. Because men now are supposed to still be able to fix everything, be manly, do stuff, but then also be able to cry and demonstrate a lot of feminine qualities. And it's very hard to do both things because men are men, women are women. Please don't get into the whole subject of trans and all that stuff. I'm just speaking just very basically, just the chemistry of your brain. And you bring different things to a relationship. So women have to be more choosy because you are going to be out for a while if you have a baby, right? You need someone who's going to protect you and take care of you, who's going to support you when you are not able to work. And then as a spouse, as a wife, you need to do the same thing for your husband. My husband went from making some smoking good money one day to not being able to work and being horribly disabled. He had a brain tumor. Never worked again a day of his life for 7 years. So I had to go from being almost a stay-at-home mom for like 2 weeks. So exciting. And our kids were little. Our kids were 3, 5, and 11 when he was diagnosed. And I went from, immediately, I had to go to work full time. It was very, very stressful. So my husband was all 3 things. He was a bad boy before I met him. And then he was just more responsible because he, like a lot of people who grew up in the 70s and the 80s, you know, once you got old enough to drink, it wasn't fun anymore. And then you kind of chilled out, and then you became an adult. And now everyone's just like partying too much. It's just too much. It's like, get your act together, especially women, man. You don't want to wake up 35 and be like, oh my God, I either have kids from multiple fathers or I don't have any kids at all. And now you're just really scrambling to figure out your fertility. And when you're young, your fertility does not matter. I'm saying this as a woman. When you're young, you don't really think about your fertility until you can't have it anymore. So. Yeah. Oh, yeah, that was a good show. Yeah. So you just got to be patient, you know? There's hundreds of people, if not thousands of people, that you can have a successful marriage with. You just have to understand what you want in the marriage, and you want to have a partnership. So, you know, you want to have a partnership, you want someone who maybe is not at their peak right now, but you see a potential for growth, and you want to ask people straight up, what do you want in a relationship? What do you want in a marriage? And if someone's like, I want someone to support me and buy me pretty things, that person's not ready for marriage. So, yeah. Okay, you can tell me a joke, but please don't make it a mean joke. All right, so I'm going to start working on my next row for my voodoo dough. It's hard to, I'm increasing my stitches, so I have to pay attention while I'm doing this. Okay, but I am going to work on this and let that person type it in. Thank you all for being here after my workout. I think I'm going out to lunch today. My son-in-law is potentially getting he's in the running for a job, and we're going to have lunch with the person who is interviewing him or something, which I think is kind of cool, that he's going to take me, his mother-in-law, his wife, my beautiful daughter, and or we're just going someplace, a restaurant, or we're just going to eat lunch there just to check it out. I don't know. Okay, so I don't see. Wow, look at all. Look, I have 18 thumbs up. Thank you so much. My plan. Can't ask how. Yeah, there. You know what? If you want to listen to someone who's really good for dating advice, there was this man. I can't remember his name. He's a very attractive black man. Was a model, and I thought it was ironic that he would give this advice to women. Like he was a very man's man, and very, very black and white. He was a black man. He is no longer a black man because he has since died. And I thought that was interesting that he did not take care of himself and died of a heart attack when he was in his 50s. So that's not good. Or 40s. Kevin said, is that it? I want a daughter. Oh my God. You know what? You want a daughter, you want a son. You know what you want? You want a healthy kid. You want a healthy child. I'm telling you, as a teacher, there are some kids that you can clearly tell they don't have fetal alcohol syndrome, but you can tell their parent, the mom, when they were growing the baby, or the dad has damaged his reproductive cells. That kid is damaged. If your baby, you could do drugs when you're pregnant and be like, oh, but he wasn't addicted when he was born. That doesn't mean nothing. You can mess that kid up and they're permanently damaged. There's some kids you're like, oh my God, what happened to you in utero? You just want a healthy child. You want a healthy child, and you need to read a bunch of books before you have a child. Am I able to go on walks? Yeah, this is Kevin Samuels. I can go on walks. I hate walking. I don't like it. So I have a pedal assist bike. I'm pointing to her. She's right over there. Her name is Sheila. I don't know why her name is Sheila. She just told me that. Can I show you my bike? Where's the handlebars at? Where's she at? She's hiding. There she. No, that's the front door. Okay, whatever. It looks like a bike. It's a pedal assist bike, which means it has a motor on it, and I can adjust it. Yeah, that's the bike I got hit by a car on. The bike is fine. It's a good bike. I bought it during COVID with my COVID money. Thank you, federal government. And because as a substitute teacher, I was not considered essential, so I didn't have to work. But I did. I still kind of worked. Did he wear glasses? Kevin Samuels, the Godfather. Yeah, that was a good-looking man, too. And then I just thought it was ironic that he would, tell women, you can't weigh so much more than a man, because we do have a problem with obesity in our country, and that's our food supply is just not good. Our food supply is not good at all. And anyway, but I just thought it was ironic that he died from heart disease because he wasn't probably getting checked. And a lot of your conditions like that, you don't have symptoms until, like, a lot of Americans are in stage 1 kidney failure. You don't even know it until you're in stage 2. Then you have permanent damage. And the only way you find out is that you have to go to the doctor every year and have your blood work done. Most people don't do that because they're like, I feel fine. Why do I have to get a physical? How do I know that? Because my mom was in kidney failure, heart failure, kidney failure. She was a mess. Anyway, to answer this question, I don't go for walks because I live in Metro Phoenix. I live on a weird street that's like living in the country. So there's chickens, there's a horse across the street, there's a goat somewhere because you can hear it, or however a goat sounds. But then when you get up to the main street, it is Metro Phoenix, and there's a lot of little candles set up for where people have been hit by cars or killed and stuff. So I like riding my bike because with the pedal assist, if I feel like I'm in danger, like once I was being chased by like 3 vicious chihuahuas, chihuahua. Okay, just trying to say it right. And I just pushed I put the motor faster and I just blew away. But I would have been attacked by 3 dogs. So I like the motor because the bike can go, and I have to pedal the whole time, but the bike on a flat surface can do about 28 to 29 with no effort whatsoever. And it makes me feel really good because it makes me feel like I'm in shape. It's the closest thing I've used, the closest thing to feeling in shape. I don't like going for walks because it's a weight-bearing exercise, which is superior to the bike riding. For bike riding to be a weight-bearing exercise, which helps your bones, you'd have to stand up and pedal, which I was getting to the point I could do. Then I got hit by a car. Because I have a lot of pain in my hips and just the jarring of the, walking. Yeah, that's the Godfather. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, don't listen to God. That's an extreme version, okay, of who you should get married to. And he's just warning men because men get taken advantage of a lot. Like, if you just join the service, don't get married when you're in the service after you join up. That woman's just there trying to get your benefits, probably. That's the whole thing that women are like, oh, is he in the service? Watch the, what was that movie that Richard Gere was in? Richard Gere? Gere. I wanted to marry an aviator. Okay, I'm sorry. Can I tell a child's development by their bone structure? Sometimes you can. It depends if they have certain chromosomal diseases. You can tell fetal alcohol syndrome. Their eyes will be widespread. They will not have a vermilion. The vermilion is the line between your lip and up here. Vermilion is also a shade of red. They'll have flat features. So sometimes you can, but that's not for normal growth. For normal growth, you could tell by the circumference of their head, and their head's not growing fast enough. I had a relative who had that disease where her, or I don't know what it is. Hey, Albania! What's up, man? European. I like when people from other countries pop in, so thank you. I had a first cousin 4 times removed, but she had this condition where all the bones in her head fused. So she died because of her brain not having enough room to grow. So I do not think reincarnation is plausible. I'm sorry. I'm an atheist, so whatever people want to believe in. But I don't believe in any of it. I was raised very Catholic, and no, I wasn't raised very Catholic. I was raised regular Catholic. I'm sorry. My parents were raised very Catholic as children of immigrants, kind of second generation. So their parents were born here, but they were heavily influenced still by the great-grandparents. Like my parents went to church 6 days a week when it was in Latin. In Latin, how boring would church have been? Here's my joke. That's why there was a lot of standing up and sitting down and kneeling, just because people would fall asleep because you didn't have any idea what was going on. So no, I don't think reincarnation is possible. I used to when I was younger. Those are some interesting books to read. Some interesting, novels and stuff. You should read Audrey Rose. That's a good book. Okay, I can't do this while I'm talking. You shouldn't trust the church. Church is one of the wealthiest. Do you know the church has a whole library of male genitalia that was broken off of statues because it was inappropriate? But they kept them. Isn't that weird? They kept them. You can go. No, you can't. You can't go and see them, but they're there. And I'm almost 99% sure that that's actually true. So they broke art, put it in a drawer somewhere. Why would you do that? That's just weird. Play what? Play what? Play what? I don't know what you want me to play. I have a tambourine in the other room. Wait, he's going to do a little walk by. Oh, wait. I would have so much fun at school when I had the doc camera on, the doc scan. So I'm projecting onto the board, and then I would put this under the camera. See who's paying attention. Oh, stank nasty, you're back. Yeah, I'm sure they have stuff. And the Catholic Church, I'm sure, has a whole bunch of stuff. Yeah, do they have the history of real history of the world? Who knows? I would think if you want to know real history, you would look at some of the other religions that were in existence. Jewish religion, Buddhism. That's not really a religion. I'm sorry. I got a cramp in my glute. Are there any massage therapists? If I go to a massage therapist and ask them to just massage my glutes, are they going to kick me out as a perv? Is that a thing? I know I could look it up, but I'm asking you right now. Oh, God. Ow, I'm pushing that. Fibromyalgia has points, trigger points that are always sore. Like this part is always sore. It's hard. Because when I put my seatbelt on, it'll push on it. It's on both sides, and whatever. Thank God my fibromyalgia is not in my back yet. And it's a gift that keeps on giving. Every year I level up, so now it's my whole freaking leg. Just a bummer. Oh, she's sleeping. Are you sleeping now? What? She fell asleep from the fumes because I didn't take a shower after I finished working out. But see, you can see my hair fell down. If this was the 80s, I would be horrified. I would be poofing this back up. Go look at some of the big hair girls but it does look like a wig, doesn't it? So yeah. All right, we were getting into some weird topics there, and that's cool. I am here I'm here for you. I'm here for you. I'm here for me. My idea for doing the YouTube channel was, get this, I figured out my retirement as being a number. What I was going to get. And I was like, because if you retire early, okay, I can retire in the United States. You can retire at age 60 if you are a widow of at least a year marriage. Mine was 18 years. You're not remarried, and your spouse is actually dead. They have to be dead. And you can collect your worker. He's then now referred to as a worker. You can collect those benefits when you're 60. And it's also available for men. And it's based on the system of where a lot of women were not working because middle class syndrome, whatever. Okay. Let me go over here. I think the person who drink and takes drugs. Yeah. Oh my God. Please don't do drugs. Please don't do drugs. There's some stuff that's out on the streets now that are really, really strong. Like they were clinically approved for use in the United States, but the doctors were like, oh, too strong, can't even let this out. Don't get it out. But of course, because of the internet, people found the formula for it and are cranking that stuff out. And yeah, you'll get addicted like the first use, and then I think like your life expectancy is like a year or 2 years. That's good. My friend's dad was the local drug dealer when I was in school, and he gave me the best advice. This was a piece of dirt, pedophile scumbag, but he really helped me out by saying to us, don't ever do any drugs that you have to shoot up. And he's the one who was selling it. He said, don't do that. You'll get addicted so fast, you will not believe how fast you get addicted. And I thought, this man sells drugs. He's telling me don't do that. He knows his business. He said, only just smoke pot. And this is when I was in 6th grade. So I figured he knew his business. But people smoking pills and stuff, oh my God. When my husband was on oxycodone, that was the drug at the time that was real popular for people to, because he was in a lot of pain. He was like, take one, you'll help your pain. And I'm like, nope, no, because I'll get freaking addicted to it. Anyway, with the oxycodone, you had to be in person to get the prescription. It could not be over the phone. You had to have a paper prescription. He could not drive. He did drive a little bit, but in a smallish area. And so I would drive all the way down from Ahwatukee, where we used to live, to Barrows Neurological Institute, which is for brain cancer and stuff, because that's what he had. He had brain cancer. Get the paper thing, go to the pharmacy, stand there and wait, get it. They would open the bottle up, they would count the pills out for you, put the cap on, and then you'd have to look around and hope that you did not get robbed on your way to the car. And it was kind of scary. I love speed. You know, speed used to be, you used to get speed so easily in the 80s because it was diet pills for women. It was just straight up speed. I think I tried speed once when I was in high school. I did not like it because I'm filled with anxiety and tension and depression, and I could not control the speed. And you would think that would have helped with my ADHD, but it did not help. Well, I know. You know what it is? It's whatever sells, man. It's whatever sells. Yep. You know, heavy metal is still really big in Europe because rap is primarily American music, I think. I'm not as knowledgeable about this, but I really, when rap came out, you could go either way. So there's the disco craze, and then there's always rock and roll over here. And then it kind of, like how I'm using my crochet hook, I wish I had a Venn diagram. And then rap music came out, and then heavy metal came out, and you kind of diverged. And then Aerosmith did a video with Run DMC, and I was like, what the what? No one knows what I'm talking. Some people might know what I'm talking about. Okay, so what am I doing? I'm very slowly making this. I have fibromyalgia, and they say it's worse as you get older. Oh my, yes, Sheila. I don't know how old you are, but it does get worse. You level up, which is good when you're playing a video game. It gets worse. My first symptoms of fibromyalgia were the bottom of my feet would hurt. That's weird. And I would get these spasms in my side. And now it is nonstop persistent pain. My triceps have not stopped hurting for 10 years, 12 years. I can't even keep track. It gets worse. I have short hair now because this is an undercut that I'm growing out. The weight of my hair was so painful. I'm sorry. Wait, first, I'm sorry that's happening to you. I tend to talk about myself a lot because I have ADHD. So I'm sorry. I'm very sorry this is happening to you. And I'm just sharing what I'm going through to let you know I understand what you're going through. The weight of my hair hurts so bad. I used to go to the nurse every day and have her check me for lice because it was either itchy or painful. And she's like, you do not have lice. And every day, can you check for lice? And my daughter would check. She's like, you don't have lice. And I'm like, but it itches. So I finally, even though it said it wouldn't help, I had an undercut, like a straight up, all the way just shaved. And it was so nice. It was so nice. The pain stopped in my scalp. And now I know I have to really brush my hair out. So there are no knots in it, which is why my hair looks like this, because I'm supposed to take showers. See, there's a little knot there. And that knot, any little bits of knots will can trigger a migraine or just a regular headache, and very painful. And yeah, it does get worse, and it's a huge bummer. It's a huge bummer. I take Cymbalta for the pain, and also because I have major depressive disorder and dysthymia. So yeah. Anxiety is a product of, I think, of a chaotic childhood. So you develop anxiety, and it's a chemical reaction, then your brain gets really used to it. So if you live in a household where you're not sure what's going to happen all the time, if you live in an unpredictable, like you have an alcoholic parent, or you have a one-parent household, that parent, whatever. My mom is a narcissistic, abusive person, which I didn't recognize was abuse until I was about 40. So you get anxiety from that, and then it just works into, I think, it's like a condition where like certain things will trigger you. Like you come home and there's nobody home. Well, this is nice, but what's going to happen at 6 o'clock when, screaming lady rolls into the house? Or if you have, no, that's a real question. People who don't have anxiety do not realize how horrifying it is. My husband never had anxiety, and so he had a big old brain tumor cut out. His brain tumor is probably this big. Your brain's not even that big. Your brain's like this big. I don't know. And he was, it was in his executive functioning of his brain, and then he had anxiety to the point of panic attacks, from panic attacks to pseudo seizures. So he would just stare for 30 minutes. 30 seconds, not 30 minutes. So, so anxiety, like I said, I think comes from a chaotic childhood and there's so many reasons why you could have a chaotic childhood. So my mom was a narcissist, and I'm going to do a whole video on this because you know who the scapegoat was in our family? I mean, spasming acne. My clothes hurt. Some people even can't. I take lyrical. Yeah, I tried some other stuff. One thing I took made me really depressed. I found myself standing in the corner next to my refrigerator crying. I'm like, well, apparently this is not good for me. And my depression is from the anxiety. My depression manifests in extreme crying or extreme rage. So you know those people that you see that are freaked out, that are just screaming like a lunatic? That would be me if I didn't take my Cymbalta. Thank you, Cymbalta. Yeah, it's and people can't understand what the pain is because, pain is a cue for you to stop doing what you're doing, but the pain necessarily isn't real.